And this morning, our elders, grandparents living on fixed incomes are still out of their subsidized apartments. It has now been 1 year since water pipes burst, causing massive flooding at the Heritage House. And our Diamond Palmer joins us live from that building. And Diamond, when are people going to be able to go home? What's going on at the building? Do we know?
Yeah, Michelle and Rennie, we do know. So the thing is, the future of Heritage House really is unclear. That's right from the residents who were living here. They say even a year later, there is still boarded up windows and doors, and still they know nothing about if or when they can be able to come back. I spoke to one former resident who says she is still looking for permanent housing while also trying to navigate the continued trauma.
1 year later, emotions are still raw for Monica Bolin. In the middle of a cold January night, Bolin and nearly 200 people were forced from their homes at Heritage House Apartments because of a water main break. It caused massive flooding to the apartments that offered affordable senior housing.
Being together gave us some kind of strength. We fed off of that. We loved on each other, even though we didn't know where we were going.
Can you imagine you living at a residence years, then all of a sudden you have to evacuate, and then from there you don't really know your status?
Resources came from all over, including the city and community organizations like the Urban League, plus the Universal African Peoples Organization. Residents stayed weeks on end at hotels, but 365 days later, Bolin is still looking for a new place to call home because of limited senior income.
Still not in permanent housing. I'm staying with my son.
For years, Bolin voiced her concerns to management about building security, no working elevators, and heating issues.
Do you feel neglected?
I do. And I don't just speak for myself. I speak for all of us.
Several residents even filed a class action lawsuit against management, which has had no movement in the court since September 2024. In the meantime, the city's Department of Human Services says there are still agencies that can help those displaced with affordable housing.
If someone feels like their needs aren't being met, they can always reach out to us.
75 people have been successful in receiving permanent housing through housing options provided for the elderly or HOPE.
I challenge those organizations that have stepped up to the plate at the original time to continue stepping up to the plate.
We want to make sure that we're not forgotten.
And I have reached out to the building management here at Heritage House, and I'm still waiting to hear from them. But in the meantime, the residents of Heritage House say they're going to continue to be a community, whether that means here or anywhere else. They're going to continue to meet on a monthly basis to keep that sense of community. If you are a former resident of Heritage House, you can go to our ksdk.com website if you need any resources for housing. Reporting live here in Midtown, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.